What is up, everybody? Coffee break here. I'm currently sipping on my own coffee this morning. Here, take a listen. Okay, good to be back, and the draft is here finally. In recent videos, I've discussed the Niners' possibility draft candidates leading up to April 26. However, in this video, I want to change it up. I want to make a list of players that would drive me crazy if the Niners draft them in this upcoming draft. Not that I don't think they're good, at least not all. I just call it a so-so move for what the Niners could potentially have. The last thing we need is another disappointing offseason. So here are my list of players the Niners should avoid. At number 1, we have a player who, even in college, I think was a little bit overrated, and that is defensive end Rashon Gary. Now, a couple things with Gary. 1, he hasn't been the most productive player in college. I don't know, just something about him. Not a big fan. But 2, I just feel he's just mediocre at best. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be a bust, but I don't think he's that flashy player you'll be looking for early in the first round. Again, these are just my opinions, but drafting him high first round would be a mistake. There's so many playmakers in this draft board. We can't afford to take another project. So at the end of the day, we need playmakers, not players who can almost get to the quarterback. So John Lynch, don't do it, man. Even though this seems very unlikely, take him off your draft board if you haven't already. At number 2, I think this was an obvious one for me, Ja'Kai Polite. I mean, after an embarrassing combine performance that had him packing his bags early, he is the ultimate risk-taking move in this draft, aka Reuben Foster move from 2 years ago. I don't know him personally, but seems like a headache and a load to manage. Not something the Niners need at the moment. Please, please, please avoid this player as much as possible, Lynch. We don't need Reuben Foster situation, which at the time was considered a risky, great move. Now you wish you can go back and not draft in the first round based on how things played out. So we don't need someone to come in and try to break up this chemistry. Now at number 3, we have drafting an offensive lineman in either of the first 2 rounds. I know Jimmy Garoppolo is our franchise quarterback, but getting a guard with a high pick will kind of be a slap to the face to the fan base. I felt actually the offensive line performed really well this past year despite protecting 3 different quarterbacks. Re-signing persons helped to solidify some depth in the position. Now, this doesn't mean the Niners shouldn't draft offensive linemen this year. They absolutely should and should always look to improve the line, but please do not get someone with a high pick. You can find some really good ones late in the 3rd, 4th round. I expect the first couple rounds to be pass rusher and wide receiver in that order. And lastly, I have at number 4, this may be a surprise pick for some of you, but taking DK Metcalf in the first round. I mean, this is very unlikely to happen, but imagine passing on Bosa, Quinnen Williams, and Josh Allen to take a receiver at number 2. Won't be the smartest move from John Lynch, who needs to help out this very young defense. DK is going to be a very good receiver, but receivers don't have as much impact as a great pass rusher. Plus, with Shanahan's system, you won't need to take these players like this high in the draft. Everyone's anticipating either seeing Deebo Samuel or AJ Brown in a Niner uniform this upcoming year. So there's still very, very talented players that will fall in the early 2nd round. So don't waste that pick. Get yourself the pass rusher you need to solidify this defense. But anyways, guys, there's my picks for the players the Niners should avoid in this upcoming draft. What's your list? Go ahead and leave a comment below. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. These are some comments from my previous video. Thank you all for watching. I can't wait. The draft is finally here. Let's sit back and enjoy this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.